Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually going to be retiring the 1080 here. So this has been a very faithful GPU, I'd say, because we recorded basically all of our videos through this, and mainly it's been on the recording rig for around 2.5 years now. But now we're going to be moving this. So we did have a 4060, we bought it quite a while ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. We want to move this onto here. The 4060 isn't as powerful as the 1080, even though this is a very old GPU. It still doesn't have, the power draw that we have from here, but obviously we're trying to save on the electricity cost, so we should go with the 4060 instead of the 1080 Ti. Now, when it comes to mining on the 1080 Ti, I'm sure you've seen it on this channel a lot, but the 1080 Ti is actually a very, very powerful card when it comes to mining. It was very good on Ethereum. It's been very good for Lithium, other coins, Kaspa coin when it was on GPUs. But now we're going to be moving it over to the 4060. So we're going to be taking this out. Currently, we've got one of these 4 splitters, as you can see right there. And we're going to be taking that out. And we're just going to be plugging in the GPU from a riser up to there. So we're basically retiring the 1080 Ti. I don't know what content we're going to do with it. We might do some modding of the actual 1080 Ti, as in taking off the back plate, doing some mods with that, trying to decrease the power consumption. We'll only plug it in when we actually make those videos. But for now, I'm just thinking that it's costing a lot more to run this as our recording rig than it would be just on the 4060. So we're going to move all this around, and then we're going to actually take this off as well. So let's get all of that set up now. So just quickly to run through the setup, we have a HDMI through here. These are some jerry-rigged riser holders that we just made. It doesn't really matter that they're made out of wood. Everything is relatively safe here. I wouldn't do this at home, but sure, wood is fine as long as you're not getting up to really high temperatures. This riser is going to come off. It was powered by Molex, and then we're going to power the other riser on a 6-pin just to make it easier for power consumption. And if the 4060 starts pulling, over the watts, if it ever does, then the riser won't actually burn up as well. So we're going to take this off, remove it, place this here. We're going to place the PCIe into there, and then we're actually going to take all of this out, and then we're going to run it. And we're going to try actually mine, dual mining Gram and Ironfish, which will probably be in a different video. Or it might be the video before this, I'm not sure which way I'll upload these. But currently, right now, we've just unplugged the power supply. So this has been turned off and unplugged, just so there's no other, holding energy in there that we can potentially short circuit the whole computer with. And then we're going to unplug the GPUs from the back of the power supply as well. So let's do all that, and then let's come back and see what the finished product looks like. So as you can see, we've taken this off now. So we have the 1080 Ti here, and the 1080 Ti was also powered by a 6-pin and 8-pin. So I believe maximum is 250 watts on this. And then we also had the riser powered by Molex. The only reason that we're powering it by Molex is because we only have one Molex plugged in. If we daisy chained it to all 4 of these, then I'd be a bit concerned. But one thing that I did realize as we were looking at this is that this is also leaked a lot. So you see these stains here. This is, I believe, is from, certain components within the GPU that are leaking oils across the GPU. So obviously it's ran down here. There's a bit by there, there's a bit up here. I don't actually know what the specific term for this is, but you can see this actually leaked down into the card itself, which is also not good. But maybe we can go in, clean this up, take off the back plate, something like that. That'll be a different video. And then maybe we can keep this back plate, I'm thinking, because this one isn't necessarily needed, I don't think. But this one, because the chip is there, we could probably take this one off and leave this one. So we'll see how that works. Now it's time to actually get the 4060 hooked up to the rig. So I'll show you that when it's done. So originally we had this 4-splitter PCIe slot that we were using on the rig for the 2 GPUs. Now we're just going to use this single one, plug the riser into here, and then we go from there, and that will connect it up for the 4060. We just plug it into the USB, whichever one we want to use. We might just use a new riser just in case, but for the most part, that's what we're going to be doing. And then we can hook it up to there and then add it onto the computer. So there we have it hooked up. Obviously you can see the HDMI going through here. We have it on a riser that we previously used. And then the PCIe is just the one that we attached. It's going back through down into the power supply. Now the moment of truth to turn it on is we need to actually flick the switch there, and then we need to turn it on at the back here, as you can see. And it started up, and I thought it was actually going to not start up, but it looks to be good. Because normally when I do these switches around, it takes a while to actually start up. I'll start it up and then it'll turn off, and then I'll have to move some stuff around, and then it normally starts back up again. But as you can see there, it's actually working. The only reason that I want to check this is because, let's see, the fans didn't spin when it actually started up, so we might have a problem there. But hopefully it turns on and we can do a little more tinkering and actually get this Gram and Ironfish dual mining video done. So currently we do have the HDMI plugged in, but the power button, as you can see there, is actually dimming in and out, which means that there's nothing connected, or at least not picking up. The keyboard is turning on, so that means that the computer is obviously running. We just can't get a display from it. So we're going to try fix that and get the display back up onto the monitor. So I think I found the problem, and it's to do with the riser. The riser isn't blinking green. So that means that the riser isn't even detecting the GPU, which isn't sending a signal to the monitor. Either the GPU is dead, or there is something wrong with it not turning on. Maybe the power supply, we need to look in and put a different one in and see if that works. So I'll try a different power cord and we'll see if that actually turns on now. So there we have it. We got the green light back on. All I did was just change the power cord on here. So we have a different one going now, and this is turned on. So it might be something to do with a faulty power cord not powering in. I believe that this is for the riser though, so I don't know why it wouldn't show that, but there's always some confusion with computers, and when you're trying to do all this stuff, is that sometimes things just don't work. But it's a good learning experience to try troubleshoot it. Obviously the riser's working now, so we should actually get a connection to the monitor, which I can see to the left of me is actually going on right now. We're going to log on and then we're going to see if this is detected. We did have power problems with it, with the power not showing up. Hopefully that's fixed, but if not, we can still extract the power from a different program on the computer. So as we can see there, we've got it up on the monitor. It's obviously registering on this Power Tech Up GPU Z, and there's obviously a bunch of information on there. The only thing that we need to actually look at is on the sensors. We need to see if there is a power draw sensor coming in. So it does say there, power draw on the board is, hold on. It does say there power draw on the board is 51.9 watts, and then GPU chip power draw is 4.3, and then there's some other power draw down there for the PWR. Fan speed obviously 0, temperatures are good, around 30 to 40 degrees. So everything looks to be good on this side, and we've actually fixed it all. So this is going to be the main GPU for recording videos from now on, and obviously we've had to retire our 1080 Ti, which we've actually been mining with and recording videos for basically the whole duration of this channel. And I just made the swap, as I said at the start of the video, just because it was taking up too much power. I can get around 3 times less power draw from a 4060 with not that much lost in terms of, you know, how it functions, because we're only doing it to record videos, render them out. We don't really need a more powerful GPU that takes up a lot more power. We just need that 4060, and that should be good for the rest of the videos going forward. Obviously, if we make a change, we'll upload a video on that. Right now, we're just going to take this apart in a different video, and then hopefully we can do something with it that kind of increases hash rates or something like that. Or maybe we can mod it out. Leave some video ideas in the comments below, and I'll try do the best one from there. It was just a quick little update on the recording rig. Obviously some troubleshooting, going through it, just to give you guys some information on how it works and stuff like that. If you did enjoy, like the video and subscribe for more content like this.